balloon. I'm not just feeling him. He looks cheap. Like, and is that
How can a guy who is dressed like this look cheap?
dog chin? I don't. I'm sorry, you're not just.
Can I talk
Yes.
now? How many people have you used this for? I mean, the way you look, I've like said, let me give you my word to upgrade, but you might have to give some change.
Hey, Jesus.
You know? Now, let me say something. Like, you say, I look cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know what to classify you because, like, that would be a waste of my time. But if you can go to next, I would really appreciate
No,
it.
like, but is this how you go out normally? Especially that's your dog chin. Like,
Is the only thing you can see?
She keeps laying emphasis on that doctrine. Anyway, there was a friend of mine who says she does not really like guys who puts on doctrine. Reason is because she believes guys who put on doctrine are promiscuous guys. They are guys who just date as many women as they want and sleep with as many women as they want. They believe guys like that cannot really stick with a girl. Anyway, that's her opinion anyway. But to her, the way she's talking, she does not really like guys putting on things like that. And my own take on this is that those things, anything that has to do with chains, anklets, bracelets, and so on, those things are for women. They are for women to beautify themselves. They are not even meant for men to be put on anyway. A nice Rolex wristwatch or some other type of wristwatch is okay for a man, but putting on a chain and some other things like that is not very good for a man.
Your fake Rolex.
I understand my Rolex
Can I say
is
something?
fake. You said my Rolex is fake,
Can I say
right?
something like
But
you don't need, if you can't afford it, you don't need to be showing off like your Rolex, everything on your body is not even worth my ring, just one. Sure, you dey pound fufu for house. See as your hand strong.
to show you the house guy at wife material. Yes, I
What
have.
you find for here? Wife material, they never marry you. Yeah! You're not nothing at all. Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. Do you want to know why? Why is that? Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction. Yeah. When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distance yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem. Emotionally damaged people are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
Our next single man, please come on out. Oh, welcome in. I'll have you with that. And what's your name?
Tommy,
Tommy, how old are you?
I am 43.
43. And what?
I am a construction worker. I work at Rose Pavement. I'm a paver operator.
Okay, nice. And Tommy, what do you look for in a woman?
Just someone real, you know. No ulterior motives. Just someone that got their stuff together because I got mine.
Okay.
Now, the mistake this guy made is that even if you are looking for a genuine relationship, a girl to really settle down and look and get something serious with, coming to a place like this to look for a girl like that is a complete waste of time. The guy stepped into the place he had barely introduced himself when he started popping the value. Which means these girls are just looking for a guy that they feel they can just spend the night with and then move on with their lives. A serious girl or a responsible girl in the first place won't even come to a place like this.
And That's it. Pretty much it.
All right, so we did get a couple of popped balloons, so we'll go to a few of these ladies, see what's going on, why they ended up popping, and we'll just go ahead and start right on over here. All right, and if I can have your name and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Rizoma. The reason why I popped your balloon is because I just don't like how you dress as a 40-year-old man. You're not my little brother. I don't want you to dress like my little brother. It's a little weird to me. But you look good, though. You know, I like the, little Texas thing you got on your hand. Are you from Texas, or?
No, I'm a tourist.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, I don't like Taurus either, so.
I don't dress like this all the time, so I do have suits and stuff,
Okay.
But whatever.
I'm just. All right, next.
So what's the most painful thing a guy has ever done to you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
A guy has never done anything painful to you?
Let me do them.
Okay, so what's the most painful thing you've done to a guy?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I left him for my ex.
Wait, you left your boyfriend for your ex?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, how did that happen?
This is one of the reasons why you should cut off any form of relationship with a woman who is still in contact with her ex, unless they have a child together or they have children together that maybe once in a while they meet and then discuss some little things. But if a woman is constantly in contact with her ex, there is every possibility that she will dump you for that ex, and that's what really happened. Whether she's saying the truth or telling lies, I don't know, but this is a complete red flag, a total turn off. You catch your girl or your woman or your wife being in contact, just constant contact with her ex without any good reason to do so. The best thing is just to end that relationship and then move on with your life, because if you continue in that relationship, you may end up having psychological trauma out of the breakup that you may be experiencing when she dumps you for her ex. So when a woman is still in contact with her ex without any genuine reason, cut her off and then move on with your life.
Because my ex broke up with me, but we didn't really break up. We were still in contact with each other. You get, so when he came back, I had to leave my boyfriend.
And that's not really being your boyfriend.
Yeah, he was hurt and I felt bad for doing it, but I just thought that was the best thing to do.
That was a big lie. You felt bad for him. If you really liked the guy, you wouldn't have done anything to get in touch with your ex in the first place. So saying you felt sorry for him, does that really make any sense?
There's so many women who are ruining their relationships because they are watching other people. The other people that you are watching on social media are living a life that you know nothing about. You think that she's getting all these gifts. You think that it's all this just luxury and peace and harmony. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Period. You have no idea. And because a lot of women love the hype and the likes, they pressure their men who are doing the best that they have their ability to do because they want to be one of those it girls as well. Stop paying attention to everybody else's life. Pay attention to your own life. You could have something great going on. You guys can have a great bond. You guys could have the best relationship. And because you over there looking at this person who got Louis Vuitton bag and this person who got these kind of shoes, you stressing this man out, ruining the relationship that you have, not realizing that you actually had a better relationship than she does.
And sometimes young women, they go for older men and they'll say, yeah, but he's 40, I know I'm only 22, but at least he'll be more responsible and he will settle down. But maturity is not defined by age, it's defined by how much responsibility you have. And I always say, if he's got to 40, no kids, no marriage under his belt, he's chosen that Peter Pan lifestyle. No 23-year-old is going to come along and wake him up. He's chosen to be that man. Are you sure you want to be with him?
Although people used to say age is not maturity, but there are some certain levels or some certain age in your life that when it gets to, people would have expected you to know this or to act in a certain way that suits your age. So at times, although it's not all the time anyway, but there are times that age has to do with maturity. Yes, that's just it. If somebody is at the age of 50, there are some certain things or some certain situations or experiences he has had in his life that are expected of people at that age to know. So, and somebody who is at the age of maybe 10 or 20 or even 30, although he might have experienced some things in his life anyway, but not as somebody who is at the age of 50. Even no matter how dumb somebody who is at the age of 50 may be, you still have some things valuable to offer than somebody more valuable to offer than somebody who is at the age of 30. Although age is not maturity, like she said, and that is true, but not in all cases.
You're better off yourself with a 30-year-old that's got more responsibility than a 45-year-old who hasn't. Because if you think a number defines maturity, you're lost. The reality is the amount of responsibility, particularly responsibility and care for others. So if he's supporting family, if he's supporting an ex-wife, or he was married or he had kids, it does something to men. Don't be afraid of being with a man that's had kids or a man that's been married. They're better than the ones that have had no baggage, because baggage is responsibility, which is then accountability for.
Who benefits more in marriage, man or woman?
I think there's no benefit for a man, unfortunately, in the Western way of marriage. I think it's so sickening that, we have this agreement that women, when they divorce a man, they can just leave with a lot of his money or expect alimony for the rest of their life. And one of the things I always ask women is, are you going to have sex with him after you divorce for the rest of your life? And she's like, why would I do that? I was like, then why do you expect payment for the rest of your life? It's so strange that they want the perks and the lifestyle of the one that they attained from jumping on the back of their husband after the divorce, yet they wouldn't give anything after the divorce. They didn't even give a lot of that during the marriage, let alone after. So I feel like it's almost a culture of creating sadistic women by pushing that kind of, you get half after the divorce. And they seem to say, well, a lot of the excuses, oh, but I wasted so many years being dedicated to him, but you both wasted it. That's a risk you take.
Now, marriage is supposed to be a source of happiness for both the man and the woman. Although marriage is not full of happiness in its own. It's full of, once in a while, there will be ups and downs. There will be times when there will be good, there will be times that will be good, there will be times that will be bad, and there will be times that will just be between good and bad. Marriage is in relation to both the man and the woman, it's supposed to be a source of happiness. Anything somebody is passing through in marriage is part of it. Now, but that's not the case for marriage in the West. Marriage in the West nowadays has become something has become something that women are making money from. Men in the West are running away from marriage because the burden of the marriage, or the losing part of the marriage, is on the shoulders of the man, not the woman. How can a man work for his entire life, building his own empire and trying to be somebody worth mentioning in society, only for him to marry a woman? That man will come into his life, divorce him, and go with half of everything he has been working for his entire life. Does not make any sense now. So that's why men in that place are what they are running away from marriages. And the little ones that are getting married, they make sure the women over there sign a prenup. Only a woman who genuinely loves you will want to sign a prenup with you. Most of them, when they are told to sign a prenup, they will break up whatever relationship they have with you and they move on with their life. So over there in the West, marriage is the happiness of the marriage is on the side of the woman, not on the side of the man. That's in a marriage in which the man did not make the woman to sign a prenup in the first place. Now, why should you, a man who is living in the West, want to go into a marriage when you know the kind of situation in the place you are? Why should you go into a marriage with a woman without making her sign a prenup? You have to be careful before taking any step into marriage in that side.